Okay, I decided yesterday that I was gonna try to look for some more answers. So I reached out to the Missing Persons Division at Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and I learned a couple of things. It was enlightening. The first thing I learned was that my BFF, Detective Santos, had retired. I'm heartbroken, just heartbroken. Not. Um, I also learned that um, there was actually three female detectives handling Kenny's case before the gentleman I spoke to yesterday took it over. Um, so when I made the comment previously that in 7 years, Vicky didn't call missing persons because the detective was Detective Santos. The detective before her was a female. The detective before her was also a female. And Vicky, in her text to me, stated, "What is he going to ask me?" So she never knew the entire case that it was females handling the case. Um, I asked about Kenny's phone. Um, Now you guys got to remember this happened 10 years ago. So the detective went through the notes with me. He was very nice man. Um, he stated in the notes that the phone was in good. It was listed as in good condition, no damage. He also told me that the phone had been analyzed, which Detective Santos told me it had not. She told me that the battery was dead when they found it, but they never analyzed the phone. He stated yesterday that the phone had been analyzed. Did he tell me what they find? No, because it is not. I'm not privy to that. Even as a family member, I am not privy to that. Um, and so I didn't ask. As for pictures of the phone, they did do pictures of the phone 10 years ago. They're in a vault or a warehouse somewhere, and I did not ask this gentleman to go take time off to go dig out a phone. But his note stated the phone was in good condition, no damage. Um, this phone right here is actually, where'd it go here? Let's see if I can get it. Come on. This phone is actually circa, it's a Galaxy S4, circa 2015. So very similar to um, the type of phone Kenny probably had. I don't know exactly what kind of phone. Um, like I said, the detective I spoke to was going by notes in the computer. If you'll notice, this phone does have damage. What It was traumatic. The aliens grabbed me by my feet. They shook the living crap out of me, and my phone fell out and hit the sidewalk, and it cracked. Um, they weren't trying to abduct me. They needed bus fare to Rachel, Nevada. Who knew? Who knew aliens were such hoods? But that's what happened to this phone. It's still got a pretty sharp picture though. Um, Another thing I learned. Oh, and let me tell you how I learned these things. I pick up the phone. I pick up the phone and I call people, or I reach out to them on Facebook, or I email them, or however the case may be. I don't sit in my basement making up scenarios in my head. Um, so that's where we are with that. And there's something I learned yesterday that I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to tell you this. I always thought that LOL stood for laugh out loud. It doesn't. I had no idea. I found out the American Psychological Association requires people to put LOL as a warning when you get a comment and it said, "Oh, you're an idiot, LOL." "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, LOL." LOL doesn't stand for laugh out loud. It stands for lunatic on lithium. The American Psychological Association requires mentally unbalanced people to warn other people that they are and to put LOL in their conversation. Who knew?